let you explain it in a simple way, you know. So I'm talking about the volume, about the geometry, about the fluid. So we have the fluid, so we need to know the direction. So for the fluid, here you go. For the direction, you say you will use volume gradient, and volume gradient is kind of it's similar to the normal in the geometry. So now we are talking in the volume context, and in the volume context, it expects the gradient, so to say, the normal of the volume. So same deal, we fit the sample position and the file name from the same gradient surface. So the surface give us the gradient and the surface also. So and then the gradient file is always negated because it comes in the wrong direction. So always use the negate, you know. Use the negate to negate the volume, and then we use the multiply, you know, so to multiply the things together. So and always we multiply the vector and then the float, you know, vector then first and vector. So and then feed it in the normal. For example, you can see that if I feed it's a normal, you can see the point have some kind of normal follow the direction of the fluid, as you can see here. If I can, let me shut up them. You can see we get the particle are getting exactly the direction of where the fluid is going. So we have this. So we have this. Now what? Now we have to, because it's we have direction, we have surface. Now we can tell them we want to know if the particles are inside, outside, or on the surface. So to do this, we need to compare. And the compare will say it's equal, less than, or equal. It means if they are inside or on the board or on the surface exactly. And when they are, it means when they have negative, it's they are inside, and when they have 0, they are on the surface. And when they are positive, when the value positive, then they are outside the surface. And so we know where the particle exactly live. So we need the sample, of course, the sample file, this one, or you can call it surface if you want. We need the surface, and we say this surface will give us, we will know if the surface is less than 0, then do something. So what to do is, of course, we multiply again this. We multiply it with this one. So in this case, and we put it to the position, of course, not the. So now what's happened? You can see what's happened. So now the surface, they are all in the same position, because I forget to. You bring them all in the same. So it's not. You have to add, of course, the giving position with this new position, you know, and then you can feed it to the P, and then you can, when you play, you see something happen, and you can see that they are. Yeah, no. You can see they are respecting the surface. Some are falling down, as I said, because of the gravity, but most of them are staying on the surface. No, they are dying too quick. Maybe I have to put it some yeah, maybe 5 or something. I don't know. Anyway, just to get an idea. So these start to follow the surface, and anyway. So now what we need again something. We need the velocity. So because they don't have velocity, as soon as they leave the surface, they don't know what to do. So we want to use to tell them if to use the velocity when they are on the surface. They use the velocity from the fluid. So, and from the fluid to get the vector, any vector. So you have to a vector value from any object or any volume. In this case, we use the sample, not the sample volume sample, but the volume sample vector. As you can see, there is another one. It's almost the same. You read volume sample file. If you don't look really careful, you can see that there is a volume sample v file, and this is volume sample file. So this will expect a vector information. So same deal, we get the sample position, but this time the file name is not the first input, but the second one. Why? Because in the second one is if you remember, you say third context, and the third context, if you go outside, the third context is the velocity, and this is what we need to import. So we import it, and now we want to tell them to the system that we want to use the velocity from the volume sample is coming first or second, and then use, and when they are outside, if they are outside, then they use the native velocity, their own velocity, when they are in the air. So we don't want to push them with the fluid when they are outside the fluid. So they have to have their initial velocity so that they can fall with the gravity again on the volume, on the flip, and they continue to behave like they are on the surface. But we want them, when they leave the surface, we want them to behave naturally, so they become, so to say, ballistic, and they fall with gravity, and they behave the flip don't have any effect on the particle outside the body, so the water body. Anyway, sorry. So in this case, we want to use the switch, and the switch have kind of a toggle, and to say it will say you have condition, and the condition is of course the same. The compare if they are outside or inside. We need this one. So we're gonna say just use the simple velocity when it's 0 or less than 0. It means they are on the surface. If they are on the surface, just use the volume, this one, and if not, then use the incoming velocity, or like something like this, and you put it again to the velocity. And in this case, we are going to see what will happen if I put it really. As you can see, when they are outside, when they jump outside, they fall with gravity. You can see. Well, I don't put it. Or did it? Yeah, let me. Yeah, they follow the but when they are outside, did I put this really exactly how? Or maybe I did something wrong. Why I keep seeing I don't want to see the flip. Let me see. See, if you plug it inside, see the particle they don't react for themselves. So that's why we say if they are on the surface something, then they have to use the volume the velocity from the fluid. If not, they are going to use this one. And in this case, it's Yeah, now you can see the fall down with the gravity and the behavior normally. So you can see there is a. So we can bring it now in Adobe import or something. I don't need Adobe import. Just need the color to see it. I just want to see white. Yeah. So let me see. There are. Maybe I have to change the background to dark, something like this, and change it to pixel. Yeah, and you can see now what's